Alright, so the first thing that you should be doing is you should be finding your base firework. So this is Chosen from DFS. I think it's got like 4 or 5 tubes, and I found that square or triangle shaped boxes are better than like a circle. So first you want to get your base firework and take off everything and open it up to see what the infrastructure looks like. Alright, now that we've busted it out and taken everything off, we can see what the inside looks like. This is going to be the starting fuse, and so I usually like to bend that one over the side so I know. But then we can see the order of operations here, going all the way over here, and then dropping to the finale over here. And one of the things that's good about this fountain is these filler stabilization tubes come out, and they can be used in other customs to fill space and make the tubes, make sure that they don't fall over. So we're going to take some of these out and reuse them. Alright, our next step is to find a tube that's a parasite tube, as I call them, because you're pulling it from something that's weaker. Find something that's about the right size. See, this tube is going to work really well for this firework because it's basically the same height. So you're not going to ever use something that's too tall. If the tube's stuck up all the way up here, one, it would just be kind of wonky, but two, also it would be hard to fuse up. But since this is a game mode, the second tube from a game mode, which I know has crackle in it, and it's the right size, I think I'm going to try to put this one somewhere in here and utilize it as part of the finale. But a good little side note is on second thought, since these long fuses are way more valuable to me as far as like my angled customs, so I'm going to try not to use these long fused ones when I don't have to. So I found a Cool Cat tube with a short little fuse, which it's about still the same size, so it doesn't really hurt if it's a little shorter. I might have to use some duct tape to keep it up because it sits a little far down there, but I think I'm going to replace that one here and make that finale, which is on this side, make that finale a little beefer. Really good thing about these triangle shaped and even square ones, but these triangle shaped especially, is if you don't feel like if you have a short tube that sits a little lower than the rest of them and you want to build it up to the same size but you're having trouble taping it on the inside, you can always tape it to the outside, and it's a lot easier to get to that perfect height that you want it to be, because you don't want it lower than the rest or else it might burn other fuses that you don't want to burn at that time. And so when you're getting your tubes ready for taping, you want to take an extra wide piece of duct tape and put it in the middle of your tube. And now that you've got it lined up, here's the start tube, and so you're going to thread the fuse from this one into one of these other ones that are going to light this fuse for this one, just from this one setting off, so it will chain reaction over to that one. And so you got to also remember that there's going to be a little bit of a delay between when this tube lights and when this tube lights, so keep that in mind, but that's definitely a way to interlock the fusing. And so this is what the final monstrosity looks like. There's all kinds of stuff taped up to it. So yeah, this one's gonna be it's gonna be pretty crazy. We're gonna see what happens. This is our master fuse that starts everything off. Alright, we're gonna see how this abomination goes. Let's get it. Fanatics Customs, baby.